It's been a while since the last part. Welcome back, everyone. So since the last part of this playthrough, I have been in the middle of a move. So I basically took a prolonged time off away from recording my progress here. But as I said, also, some of the stuff I was doing was kind of that grindy off-camera stuff in order for us to progress, at least when it comes to the storyline at this point. So let me just say right now that basically there doesn't seem to be much to the storyline other than for me to now just go into the dungeon, because I even have the quest here, Operation Mechagon, the Mecha Coordinator, or whatever, however you say that, which is basically go into the dungeon and beat King Mechagon. So there is a way for me to do that if I can actually be able to participate in it or be allowed to. If I go into pre-made groups here and go to dungeons, I can try and find a group doing Operation Mechagon, and it'll show me all these different groups that are setting up to do a run in Operation Mechagon. So hopefully I can be able to just kind of join a group. Some are doing this for, Mythic Plus, like, this one is a Mythic Plus +8. I'm obviously not really trying to do a Mythic Plus. I'm just wanting to just do a regular version just to get this quest done and show the story and experience it. Plus there's also a chance to get a mount in there. So that would be nice if I got to be able to be part of that. I don't want to go in there as a healer because, well, one, I'm not experiencing the fights. Two, I don't think my gear would be adequate enough for heals, though I did recently get this. And I basically selected all the abilities in this armor that is supposed to increase my healing. You can see, like, Healing Rain instantly restores health to allies within the area, and its radius is increased. Spirit Link's Totem's radius is increased. The healing spells have a chance to apply Blessed Portents. When you're surrounded by 4 or more, gain a shield. Basically buffs that can help out my healing. So I would just put that on. Now, sadly, this means I lose my healing in Ghost Wolf form perk, which is, really sad. But I would just basically have to get in there and, play as Enhancement. But before we continue, I also want to show something else I've been working on and have finished. As you can see here, I finished Pathfinder, which means I can fly in BFA now, which is very nice. It made being able to do this quest, which was the level up the followers here, much easier, because you can be able to just get your person and then just literally fly over to the quest on the map where they are. So, now we're able to continue here. By the way, for the record, I still have not tried the Eternal Palace raid. I'm still trying to save, holding off on doing that for my first ever encounter with it, just like I did for both Uldir and BOD. So, by the way, at the time of this recording, it is mid-December. In fact, it is the first day for, as you probably noticed up here, the Feast of Winter Veil. Now, there is a notice that there is going to be a patch, or rather, maintenance, tomorrow morning. And I'm wondering if that possibly could be 8.3. I don't know. At this point, I've yet to hear when they're actually going to release 8.3, though it has been on the PTR for quite some time. It probably well over a month or a couple of months. So I'm pretty sure that we are getting closer and closer, to the point where it could be tomorrow or maybe next week or something like that. I'd be a little surprised if they push it all the way to January, but then again, maybe that could be a good thing in case there are any issues or bugs or whatever. So I have no idea what, when 8.3 is coming. I do know what is coming at 8.3, and I'm excited about that. Especially if I can be able to then do the LFR version of that final raid, which should be interesting. I cannot wait to see some of the other cutscenes and cinematics and such that are revealed when it does go live. But for now, I still want to focus on the rest of the storyline here in Nazjatar and show you guys the Eternal Palace raid. So, and also, like I said, I want to try and see if I can get into Operation Mechagon. I at least showed that. So anyways, let's now Oh, by the way, want to show this off because I got this just this past weekend. Hee hee! Ragnaros finally dropped the Firehawk mount for me. Yay! Man. You can see I'm still working on the, if you look at my Pathfinder thing down here, it's very tiny, but you can see here, I'm still working on Alley Razor. So that still hasn't dropped. That's up to 84 attempts on this one now. Been farming other ones, 85 attempts on the Fire Warhorse. I did get the, I mean, that's the only BC one I have left, which means I've also gotten the, I also got the Ravenlord one recently. I finally also got the Swift White Hawkstrider. That took way too long. That took like 94 attempts. I was getting so sick of Magister's Terrace. But yeah, I was finally able to get Ragnaros to drop this one this past weekend, so I was very happy about that. So just wanted to take a moment to show that off. All right, now, let's talk to Lorthamar.
I proudly serve as Regent Lord.
Good. Good work. While you were gone, I was able to make some progress in locating our next objective.
I think there may be some other stuff going on in the chamber, the heart chamber. But I've been holding off on all that stuff, to just focus on this.
We need something to deal with the Guardian of the Tidestone. Our new allies here say that there is a Naga enclave located in the ruins of Zin Ajari. If there is anything potent enough to counter Ajara's sorcery, it will be in the ruins of her capital city. The first Arcanist will accompany you, champion. She will be best equipped to assist you in matters both historical and magical while you search.
Awesome!
Silvermoon will know prosperity again.
Our best hope of reaching the Tidestone must lie amidst the ruins of Zinajari. Good luck.
I will meet you in the city. Never did I expect to walk its streets again.
By the way, I also want to show this off. Deathwing! Yes, I was able to do the anniversary event, just before the move, so I was able to make sure I got this before the anniversary ends, which goes all the way to January, believe it or not. And of course, I got this little pet here, little Nefarian. Isn't he adorable? Isn't he cute? Periodically, he'll just breathe fire and be like, I'm Nefarian, the Lord of Blackrock. So, anyways, let's see, it's over here. Okay. Ignore all those, there's a lot of icons on my map. I know. I've been using the rare scanner and NPC scanner add-ons to help out with some of this stuff here and in Mechagon, so. Gosh, I love this mount. This is such a cool looking mount.
It seems as if this Murloc knows you. Perhaps he could be of assistance. Greetings.
Is that what I think it is? A communication crystal. Have they survived this long? We used to use these to communicate. They allowed us to project images of ourselves to other nearby crystals to see and speak with those on the other end.
So, like, kind of what we do in real life with, like, FaceTime and face chat and such.
The magic has long since depleted from the crystal. We will need a power source, preferably something just as old as this. Check our surroundings, but be careful. It is too quiet out here.
We are only as strong as our will.
Let's see. It's down here. So I'm looking for an arcane scroll, a staff, and a sphere. There's supposed to be a staff, like right here. Oh, there it is.
I'm out of range.
What the?
I'm out of range.
have a stalker. Huh. Apparently these things have some guardians. Alright, hold on. Let me turn auto loop back on.
An unseen will commands the Makrura of Kalmathir. Trespassers!
What? You know what? Go get him, boys.
Quaint of you to restore these remnants of a simpler age.
Ajara! She has found us!
This is my realm, child. Not so much as a single spell can be cast in Nazjatar without my knowledge.
I am First Arcanist Thalysra of Suramar, and you are not my queen.
I know who you are, rude little Thalysra. You presume to refer to yourself as First Arcanist. How ambitious. Zinajari is wondrous to behold, but do be careful. It would be a pity for you to suffer harm before I can grant you a proper audience.
We should move forward. Ajara's preening must not distract us from our goal.
Again, I mean, it's just like the Lich King in Northrend during Wrath. It didn't matter what we were doing. He, of course, could see and, was fully aware of everything that we were doing. So it's like, yeah, of course she found us. She's watching us the whole time. She knows what we're doing. She's just allowing it 'cause she doesn't care. It's part of her character.
The Nightwell calls to me.
This should work if they have sufficient power.
Be careful who you trust.
Ajara knows that we're here. Still, we must press on. Be careful, though. There is a wrongness coming from the water. It's unlike the magic of old, but more ancient and terrible. Traverse the canals and find the source of corruption. If we're to search Zinajari, we cannot let any relics fall into the hands of even darker powers. Defeat 10 corrupted creatures and the source of the corruption. Wonderful.
Once we reestablish the network, I should be able to communicate with you through these devices. We can use the reactivated crystals to speak over great distances. Find more within the city if you need to contact me.
Gotcha. I'm off. Let me take a moment to show you guys what it's like to be able to fly in this zone. Look at this. Look at this. And people say flying ruins the game. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is where the art team really can shine. I mean, look at the work they did here. Look at this from up here. And the water. Oh, man. Gorgeous. Alright. Maddened Souls. You know what I realized I forgot to do? Because I guess maybe I didn't think I was going to do it. Alright, so I just realized I forgot to grab one of my buddies in New Home, who can be able to basically be my bodyguard through this area. Look, I loved the bodyguard system in Legion, and I was very happy that we got to have a version of that while we were here in Nazjatar. Yes, I did have to level them a bit, but still. I like having a bodyguard to help out in questing, especially if things get a little rough. And I like being able to have like the diverse companions, that you can choose which role do you want. Do you want someone to help tank for you? Do you want a healer? And it can all be based on what class you're playing, what your preference is. Alright, so let me get... let's see, I'm gonna grab, of course, Brine, because I love having this guy tank for me. I want to get him... I would love to get him to 15, because look at this. He calls upon a giant ally to help aid the caster. Stuns the caster. Yeah. Alright. Now that I've got my tank with me... I mean, that's basically what he is. He's basically a tank follower, like the ones we had in Legion. Of course, he has his own flying mount. Now, of course, I won't be able to level him while I'm taking him on quests here. Of course, if I wanted to do that, I would have to actually go do some of these other quests. But, you know, even if I'm not leveling him, I'm still having a companion here who can help tank for me when I'm playing a class like a shaman. If I was playing a more tanky class like my paladin, well then I'd probably be able to just, I don't know, take the damage dealer or something. Like, if you're playing a damage dealing class, which is more valuable to you? A tank or a healer? And especially if you're playing a DPS class that can't heal. I am playing it. I'm playing a shaman, which is a DPS class that can also heal. So the healing is not really that big a deal for me. It's the healing. It's the, hey, take this pressure off of me because I am not that durable. I'm squishy. So I kind of value having that's why I love having elemental, so that they can be able to tank me. Hold on. I'm gonna turn the game sound down a bit, because I realized that was kind of drowning me out with how loud it was getting. Notice the whispers? You're right to doubt them. The queen threatens the king. There is no way to win. Listen. Now, I have a feeling that I'm like 90% sure that when he says the king, he's referring to Nzoth. Or Nazoth. Either one. Either way. If you want to pronounce it either way, that's fine. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Everywhere you look, the stars gaze back. You know their form already. You have but to listen. The undrowned will join the chorus. Listen to it. Am I? I don't know. I feel pretty good. Here we go. Anytime I use this mount, I start hearing the
So many lives.
Thanks, Bim. Huh. Open the gate. Step into the abyss. Complete the circle. But, I guess it's from every time I don't know. But every time I use this mount, I start to, like, hear the theme from Cataclysm and, Dragon Soul. Bum, bum, you know, from the Cataclysm cinematic. Dun, 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 dun. You know which one. He's like, listen, listen, listen! So I guess it's, you know, the Eye of the Corruptor. So, do you guys think this is a separate entity, basically being like the mouth of N'Zoth or the Eye of N'Zoth? You know how like they get that title? Like it's not like... I guess I'm asking, is this actually an eye for N'Zoth to see, and is that actually him speaking? Or is this simply a being with the title of the Eye of the Corruptor speaking on his behalf? You guys, you know, like, you remember Return of the King? The mouth of Sauron, who came out of the Black Gate and spoke to them? That wasn't actually Sauron, that was just someone with that title. It's like, I speak for my lord Sauron, you know. Which do you think that was? Do you think that was actually N'Zoth? Or do you think that was just one of his toadies whispering to us on his behalf? There's an arcane pylon. Hello, Azara.
Defeating a mere herald means nothing. N'Zoth's visions are growing stronger, more tangible. There is so much he wants you to
I like how she
see.
has a wine glass.
Your ambitions doom the people of Zinajari. For this? All to earn the favor of your Dark Master?
The bargain was struck on my terms, and through it, my loyal followers embraced a grand destiny. You cannot see the truth yet, but you will. Oh, how you will.
It seems we struck a nerve. Let us continue the search.
Of course, it'd be a touchy subject for her. Of course, let's remember, she also was touchy in that little bit about the deal that she made with Sargeras with the Well of Eternity back then. Yeah, so.
Our isolation has ended.
Of course his influence it's been spreading for a very long time.
One day at a time.
The Nightborn are no strangers to this place. It was once our capital, too. Long ago. Before the Sundering and erecting the shield over Suramar, we used to travel freely to Zinajari. Oculith had a workshop in these estates. Perhaps it might contain some secrets or magic that went undisturbed by the survivors.
We're gonna go see Oculith's old workshop. Nice.
So many souls perished beneath the waves. Too many sacrificed for her ambition. It is strange that the spirits here have not departed. I wonder if they even know that they are dead. Still, their knowledge might be useful to us. If you could question the spirits, they might be able to point us in the right direction.
Okay.
Adratha Adore.
That should be an interesting conversation. These ones here. Okay. Amongst these other hostile ones. Vengeful hybrid. No! Okay, I have to be careful, because apparently they can turn hostile.
What do you know of the Tidestone?
You conspire,
against our queen? Oh, sorry. I forget. I'm so used to doing, that many older quests had literally no voice acting, that you had to do it yourself. I'm so used to that it's like, oh, wait, that's right. They actually have been adding a lot more voice acting in recent times. I don't have to do that as much now. Though at times, they still kind of leave it out. It's just kind of like, oh, you didn't leave it out there, but you left it out here? Come on. An aristocrat. Oh gosh, do I really want to be talking to them? Aristocrats.
The Tidestone? Truly a potent relic capable of controlling the seas. It is capable of producing a powerful barrier that only the strongest of our magic can pierce. If you would like to study it, you may appeal to the scholars of Narthalos Academy, where it is located. What is the strongest magic that is left in Zinajari? Our glorious queen is the most powerful sorceress to have ever lived. There is nothing that she cannot accomplish. Why, the javelins alone could pierce nearly any ward, maybe even ones that she made. It is a good thing that they are in her possession then, is it not? Okay. Ah. Clear out the spirits first. I just want to talk. What do you know of the javelins? Ah, yes, they are quite the sight. A gift from our sister city. They possess power worthy to be bestowed to our queen. Nevertheless, she has no need for such paltry items. I believe that she has bestowed them on Lady Silazi. That name. One of her current favored handmaidens. Huh. Alright, that's all we can get from them for now. Let's see if we can find Oculith's old place. Hey. This is it? I say, Dad, this is it? And he's like, well, I mean, I haven't been, taking care of the place for some time, so of course it's gonna look a little rusty. Hello? What is this? Whoa! Whoa! It's another one of those traps like in Suramar. Ah, there goes another one. I dare say these robbers get more and more bold every time. Indeed, but it is amusing to watch them struggle. Perhaps this one will figure out how to bypass it this time. Bypass it in time.
I don't have a target.
Up. Oh. Whew. There we go. His notes. Can I read those? Oh, I also don't have this apparently. Oh, I need to go to the Heart Forge. Alright. I'll head there at some point.
Aran Arcana. We are only as strong
I aggroed
as
something?
our will.
What am I in combat with? Hold on. Let me just fly up. That ray? Really? Get out of here. Alright.
Our isolation has ended.
Why am I not surprised? Still, these notes may prove useful. The javelins? I thought them lost. The javelins of Suramar! Wielded by Azara herself, they contain immense magical power. She's always had a fondness for bestowing favors on her favorites, but I never suspected that she would give one something so valuable as one of her javelins. This foe must be formidable indeed. Nevertheless, we cannot let this opportunity pass us. Defeat the handmaiden and retrieve the relic. One of Azara's personal handmaidens, she's been trusted with one of the powerful javelins of Suramar.
Anratha Adore.
Here to admire the Highborn's handiwork, Thalisra, to look upon all that your hubris has wrought.
Suramar rebelled against Azara. Were it not for our courage, the Legion's forces would have overwhelmed Azeroth.
Alright.
Queen Azara has chosen me! I will slay you in her name!
You can try.
Something nearby is channeling a massive amount of arcane energy. Aran Arcana.
Huh. The most capable of piercing most magical barriers. We cannot let her get away. This just might work. The javelins were some of Surmar's finest creations before the Sundering. Their magic is ancient and potent, perhaps strong enough to defeat Ajar's wards. Hurry back to New Home. We must tell the others of our success here. You have done well.
Be careful
back to
who you
Lorthamar.
trust.
By the way, I am also planning on, I've been holding off on the finale of the war campaign specifically to show it to you guys. We may actually take a break from this little bit here to go ahead and finish that off. Though I think it may not make that much sense. I'm not entirely sure. How did that thing get aggro to me all the way over here? Whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna take a moment to think about it. The air crackles with power as Ajar's force begins summoning a minion from the depths. Oh, maybe that's what it was. Well, I got away from it.
It seems as if this Murloc knows you. Perhaps.
But either we'll continue this storyline, and then I don't know. I think I might either. I don't know if I want to do this storyline all the way to when we do the Eternal Palace, then do Eternal Palace, and then finish off the war campaign, or if maybe I just want to stop. We take a break from this here at Nashtar here, go finish off the war campaign, and then come back and finish this off. I don't know, what would be more appropriate for us to finish the war campaign and how that ends, and then deal with Ajara in the Eternal Palace, or deal with Ajara in the Eternal Palace and then do that? Because I believe that came out after Eternal Palace. So
We have made many
I'll have to
sacrifices.
remind myself what order that came out in. So
With this, we can secure the Tidestone.
getting that back would certainly help.
The time to strike is now. We must take the Tidestone of Golganeth, and the Javelin of Suramar is our best chance of piercing the barrier around it. Every minute that we wait is another minute when the sea can come crashing down on us. What forces that we have will be arrayed below, just outside their encampment. We will need your strength in addition to the Javelin. We do not have enough forces to take it on our own.
Assault the Naga camp and seize control of the Tidestone of Golganeth. Nice.
We are a nation on the
I will marshal our forces. We will meet you near the Tidestone.
Okay. The tide turns. Ooh, I wonder if this is going to finally get me this achievement right here. Turning the tide. This sounds cool. 25 mana pearls. That's not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off here. And we will do... Well, no. In between this video and the next, I'm going to take a look at when the war campaign finale came out and figure out, okay, should I go all the way to Heroic Palace and then finish out the war campaign, or should we just go ahead and do the war campaign finale now and then go back to Ashtar and do Heroic Palace or Eternal Palace? Stay tuned.